Hello people, my name is Hannah and today I'm going to talk with you about my language goals for 2021. I'm German, so obviously my native language is not English, and I really love learning languages. It's like a passion of me since I'm like 16. My first language that I learned is English. I learned it of course in school, and yeah, this would be like the first language goal that I have. I'm actually really satisfied with my current English level. I can communicate, understand everything, so I don't have a problem. But there's only one thing that I want to learn in English. It's like business English. So I really want to have like a business English course and also get like the C1 certificate. After English, I learned Portuguese because when I was 16, I went 1 year abroad, so I made an exchange year in Brazil. So I lived in Brazil with host family and went there to school. Maybe I will make another video about like how it was in Brazil and how I learned the language. So I speak Portuguese. I think like I never really had Portuguese class, but because everyone spoke Portuguese with me, I I started to learn the language so I can communicate with the people. And yeah. And this year, because I never really had a course, I really want to deepen my language skills in Portuguese and refresh it. So I really want to have get a tutor in French Portuguese tutor. And for example, from Preplay, I really love the platform Preplay. I really can recommend you guys. Then get like a teacher there and talk about topics where I want to broaden my vocabulary. For example, topics about like politics or stuff that I'm interested in, like veganism or minimalism. So yeah, I can talk more about my interests and have a broader vocabulary. So I would say it's like B2 level in Portuguese that I want to reach. And then after Portuguese, I learned Spanish. Yeah, because after the 1 year that I was in Brazil, I came back and then I went to a higher school. And there, I could choose another language that I want to learn, and I chose Spanish. Yeah, and also when I started to go to university, I had 2 courses in Spanish. So actually, I have like B2.1 level. I finished B2.1 class in Spanish, but since 2 years I didn't have done anything in Spanish. And I'm a little bit shy when it comes to talking, what's really bad. So my goal is it now to take myself time for 3 months, so January, February until the end of March, and to refresh my Spanish. And I also already take classes in Preplay and trying to talk more, communicate. Also I'm watching like Netflix shows, for example. I'm watching a series, Las Chicas del Cable. It's really interesting. Oh my god, I'm already like in the 4th episode and I'm going crazy. Like, it's so emotional. It's really interesting. And my main goal is that now that I'm able to watch, at the end of March, I'm able to watch La Casa del Papel. Yeah, it would be really cool if I understand most of the things. Also, I'm right now looking for a language tutor, some person with whom I can talk, so I can broaden my speaking skills, because speaking is like the most important thing for me when it comes to language learning. Yeah, so focus on speaking and listening. And then after Spanish, yeah, I learned Farsi. It's not like a new spectrum of language I learned. So right now I would say I have like B1 levels, because I'm studying Farsi since over 3 years. I know like the writing is like the more Arabic writing from the right to the left. I know writing. I'm still not so confident in writing, so most of the time I write in the Latin writing. So actually one of my main goals is that this year I will write more from like the real writing and not the Latin way, and that I get more confident. Also speaking again, that I'm more able to speak about topics that I'm interested in, and also understanding most of the things. For example, one of my goals is it, because right now I think I like B1. I want to reach B2 level, and I also want to watch like 12 movies. So every month maybe one movie. And also right now I'm watching like the series in YouTube. It's called Betham. So like a cooking series, like there are 4 people. For example, right now they're in like Montreal, and they're 4 people, and they live in Montreal there, but they're like immigrants from Iran, and they cook like 3 meals, like the dinner and the dessert, stuff like this. And then the people are giving them points. It's really interesting to watch it in Farsi, and I pretty understand pretty well. It's really interesting, and it really helps me. And something else to add. Oh yeah, in Farsi also have like a language tutor again. I have classes two times per week. So in pre-play again, I think I will put down like maybe a link for pre-play. You really have to try it out. Maybe I will make a video on how I'm using pre-play, because it's like the best learning platform, and it really helped me improve my Farsi. Because I can remember in April I was stuck. Like April last year I was stuck with my Farsi learning. It was really bad. Like I just learned with books, and it didn't really help me. And then since I had this teacher, she showed me like where I have to focus and how it's like the written Farsi, but what's the difference between the written and the spoken. And I really want to focus more on the spoken. So she's like, Hannah, this is like, they say more this kind of way. So it really helped me. Then after Farsi, I started studying French. So I already had like visited 3 French classes in university. So I already achieved B1 in French. But actually I'm still not satisfied with my French. I want to reach B2 level French, but also my main focus will be on speaking and listening, and that I can watch cool like French movies, and then I'm able to speak it and not be like, oh my god, I don't know, and have like for 30 minutes a conversation with someone in French would be really amazing. And also I wrote down I want to have a language tandem, and also want to read like 5 books in French. Then after French, I started to learn Turkish. It's almost like 1.5 years ago. Right now I'm in the class A2.1. So after this class will go to class A2.2 and then have the A2 level. So I'm still a beginner, so Turkish is the language that I'm not as fluent as with the other languages. So my level would be, because in September I want to make an Erasmus semester in Turkey, so I really want to reach B1 level. And also like my dream is that at the end of this year I will be able to watch the Netflix series The Protector with 3 seasons. And I already watched it in German, and it would be so cool if I can watch it in Turkish, so the original language, and understand almost everything. Like, this is my dream. Also, I'm looking for a Turkish tandem. Maybe I will ask one of my Turkish friends. And I also have the goal like to take 1 class minimum per week in Turkish. I also have 2 other languages that I wanted to introduce to my language scale. So I don't know any, like my level is like 0. For example, I want to start learning Italian. So I really want to reach, at the end of this year, I want to reach B1 in Italian. And I think it's possible because I already like speak Spanish, Portuguese, French. So they're really similar languages, and I already understand quite a bit in Italian because of that. So this is a real advantage. But I told myself that I only want to start with Italian when I already have a really good level again with like Spanish and Portuguese, like Spanish and Portuguese B2, and then after that I will like start with Italian, or I would confuse everything, and that wouldn't be good. And then after Italian, it also is one of my dreams, because I'm also like loving like the Persian language, but I also want to learn the Arabic language. I still don't know which I don't know which dialect I want to speak, but I want to reach at the end of this year maybe A1 or A2, and I think I will start it at the end of this year. So the other languages are more important right now, and that at the end of this year maybe have a little conversation in Arabic. I think I already have an advantage that I know writing, the Persian writing, and the Arabic alphabet has some letters more than the Persian, so I think it wouldn't be so hard for me. Yeah. So Italian, I want to start at maybe May, June, depending on Spanish and Portuguese level. But what's my approach? So how will I reach my goals at the end of this year? Because I know it's always so hard. You have like goals, ambitious, and then the year's starting and you're like, the year has 12 months, so I still have time. And that's why I always give myself like 3 months. So for example, now January, February, March, so at the end of March, I will reflect on my goals and I will set new goals for the next upcoming 3 months. So for example, for this 3 months, my focus is Spanish and Farsi, but also will continue studying Turkish and French. But focus will be on Farsi and Spanish like really extreme. So I really can reach my goal at the end of March. And I always set also myself like monthly goals, so maybe like how many essays I want to write in this language at the end of this month, or how many episodes I want to watch in this language until the end of the month, and it really helps me so I don't lose the path until I can reach my goal. And yeah, and also I set to myself, so in the mornings, because I'm more productive in the morning, so in the morning I will study more like vocabulary, grammar, and at night time I will be like more chill stuff, for example watching a movie or a series on Netflix. And also sometimes when I'm eating, I'm also watching, like for example today I want to learn Farsi, and then I watched like a series and I was in Farsi, the Bifamichan, and I was eating my breakfast. It's really cool. And how do I want to track how I will reach my goals? As I already said, like I will set myself goals, monthly goals, and also like give myself focuses and goals for a 3 months period. And also I'm using this app since the end of last year. It's called Notion. It's really good. Like I put like all my 2021 goals in there and my monthly goals, and I can track everything. And I also have like a calendar where I can write down what I have done on which day for which language, so I can see myself like, Hannah, you haven't done anything in Spanish, oops. Yeah, and I think also we'll put down, because I think I really have to do a video about pre-play, because it really helped me so much, for example with Farsi and also with the other languages. So I also will note down a pre-play discount, so you get 70% discount for your first pre-play lesson. So you can try it out, maybe you like it, maybe not, but for me it really helped me a lot. So thank you guys. I hope maybe you can write down stuff like which languages you guys are learning, or how you track the languages, or maybe you have some tips and recommendation what I can read or watch in a certain language, because it's really interesting for me to get some tips from you guys. So I hope to see you guys soon.